Door-to-Door Mastery fans, active knockers, what's going on? Your boy Paul Shakuri here, and in this video, we're gonna be discussing the dreaded fear of going out and knocking, and how exactly do you get excited to go out there and make an impact in your career as a door knocker. So the first thing I'm going to have to explain to you is, it's not a one-word answer. This is something that I get asked often. And by the way, I mastered this art of getting inside my head and finding that every single day motivation, even though it was like dreading going to work and dreading going out there and knocking every single day. And when I'm talking to you, the fans, of what you should be doing, I'm going back inside time in my head when I first got started knocking on doors and remembering the times where it wasn't so easy to just wake up out of bed and, go to the office, drive to turf, and make sure it happened. So I want to give you guys in 2020 a roadmap, or whenever you watch this video, a roadmap of things you absolutely need to do and ways you need to train your mind so that this is a thing of the past. Now, it can happen, but the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to have to learn your commitment level to the game. This is the first thing that I see that mass majority of door knockers, and it's the reason why, retention is there, right? People always say, they're like, it's so hard to retain reps. Like there's so many people that fall off door knocking. Look, the reality is they're too weak, okay? Or they didn't give themselves enough time. Here's the truth. I mean, not everybody is cut out to do door-to-door sales. Can anybody do door-to-door sales? Yes. But not everybody is cut out to do it. What does that mean? Like, there's so much detail in not everybody is cut out to doing door knocking that I need to discuss with you guys. So I'm going to walk you through, first of all, somebody who just sees an ad, for example, or maybe perhaps they get recruited by a recruiter door knocking, and this recruiter comes to them and they're working at a cell phone shop, let's just say, and the recruiter says, dude, would you like to make a bunch of money working with me, knocking on doors and with our team selling product X? And this person gets excited, and this recruit says, this is awesome. This is something that I absolutely would love to do. Well, at what level is this new recruit sold in on going and doing what they're going to do, what they're about to do, that journey? How big is your commitment level to absolutely succeeding? So let's take this scenario. So Peter, he basically goes out there and he recruits Dave, okay? So Peter's the recruiter and Dave is the recruit. So Dave comes into the office, and the first thing Peter has to do with Dave is has to start showing Dave all the reasons why Dave should absolutely stick in with door knocking at this organization. Now, let's just say Dave comes into training and takes a look and says, okay, cool. This is something that I see myself doing, but it's going to be scary to go out there and knock on doors. Not just is it going to be scary, but I'm going to try this out and figure it out to see if this is something that I can do. And if this is something that I can do, then I'll stick in with it. It's almost like this newer generation, and it's been like this for a while, but I'm noticing this newer generation, people, you guys and gals who are in this newer generation, you're more along the lines to quit faster and give up quicker. For whatever reason, you can do your own research on that, but you're really quicker to give up and quit than the older generations. Back in the day, we didn't have as many opportunities and options to make a significant amount of money in a shorter amount of time without going and really getting an education. Now, I'm not here to say, oh yeah, getting an education is the way to make a bunch of money. I'm actually not a proponent of that at all. I am not, I'm the opposite. So here's what I believe. When you come in, Dave, into the office and you want to start your journey as a door knocker, you have to find a way, and this is for a video of its own, you have to find a way to fully commit. You gotta be all in. And I'll tell you why. Like Dave comes in, and let's just say in this case we're selling solar. Okay, Dave, you need to think of all the reasons why you absolutely need to learn this. Like, okay, if I were to go out there and I were to sell one solar account a week, and understand, eventually sell one solar account every other day, eventually, I'm gonna say eventually, because you need to understand, if you're not excited to get up and go out there and freaking work on a day-to-day basis, it's because your brain has ultimately only seen, and the mass majority of weight has only seen the negative sides to knocking on doors. It's that negative emotion about going out there and feeling that rejection that you get at the doors. Here's the truth. There's only one reason why you're not excited to go out there and work. And that main reason is rejection. If door knocking was as simple as showing up to the office and going out there and saying, hey, would you like solar? And somebody randomly out of 1 in every 20 people, let's just say, said, oh, thank you, kind gentleman or gentle lady. You know, absolutely, I would love to take on your product and service and fork over my credit card or my banking information. Do you think that there would be less struggles to wake up, get out there, and go? Look, it's the same with the gym. It's the same with anything that you want to master that requires a challenge. When there's a challenge, there's also a reward. You have to understand the rewards of mastering this art of door-to-door sales are massive. And that's why I train active knockers like yourself to really master this art of learning this process of closing more deals, because it helps you develop yourself as a salesperson. And it's not just a salesperson, it's for you to take your entrepreneurial career to that next level. It's something you absolutely have to install inside your head, that you have to be 100% committed to doing. Because if you don't, when times get tough, that's what's gonna happen. And I talk about this in my door-to-door mastery program. My full door-to-door mastery program teaches you guys and gals the first step is setting up goals and how to set these goals up. Because if you're not setting your goals up right, and you're not even doing them, and you don't understand why you're doing door knocking, I assure you, it's gonna be difficult for you to wake up and out of bed. So how do you do it? You wake up out of bed and you're feeling like crap, and you just don't like going into work, because facing the reality is you got to get to work, you got to be out in the sun or the cold, and you got to get rejection. You may not get a sale. Rewind this video. Those things I just said, you may not get a sale, you're gonna have to drive to work, you're not gonna be making money, you're gonna be getting rejected. These emotions that you have installed inside your head have now consumed you. So you're in a different situation than somebody who's just coming in brand new like Dave, who hasn't attached those negative emotions to how he or she thinks when they wake up. So this is why I take brand new door knockers and I show them the issues, the problems in advance of what's gonna happen, so that it triggers when you start going, oh my God, this is happening right now. I need to absolutely learn how to overcome this, how to stop it at its roots before it brews up and it overpowers and becomes more and more difficult to overcome these things. This is why I take door knockers who've been knocking for 15 years and they say, Paul, revive me. I don't have that energy I used to. I'm not as excited to go out there and work. Well, you gotta be working for a different purpose, and it's gotta be for that win. So what you need to do, here's the first thing, is you need to reflect back. Once again, if you're waking up and you are absolutely sick of going out there and you get scared, you need to identify. Remember, in the last video I created, you have to identify the problem, okay? And now we need to strategize on creating a plan. What is my plan that I'm gonna do to overcome that problem, that issue? What is my plan? So my plan of action is, and when I wake up, the first thing I'm going to do is reflect on positivity. I'll watch positive YouTube videos. I'll let my mind see certain things, such as luxury houses for myself, for example. Back in the day, what helped me was watching videos or talking to people about purchasing large real estate properties and living in like mansions and stuff like that, which helped me see why and reflect back on why I was doing door-to-door sales. Watching people who were successful with the cars they drove, the lives they lived, and start seeing that as I wake up. Now, that's the mind. Another thing I had to do was get my physical body in peak performance, because if my body was in great shape, it helps my mind think better. So I started saying, I get it. It's going to be a struggle to get up and go to the local gym, but you know what? I'm ready for change. I ultimately am not just going to do yapping and talk about change. I'm going to actually make that change. And in order for me to make that change, what I personally did was I got up a bit earlier, whether it was a half an hour earlier to start, just got out, drank a glass of water, and started moving my body more, reflecting back on why I'm even in a different, by the way, a different state, knocking on doors. And for me, it was like, you know what? This is something that I absolutely have to master. I get it. It's frustrating going out there, getting rejected. But here's the key for you. Understand that there's a key out there. And I'm not going to talk about the key because that's in other videos and my door-to-door mastery program. But there's a key out there that can unlock, yes, your potential to start coming home every single day, closing more deals. Look around your office. Look around the market. Look at how many sales. I don't care if you're selling solar, if you're selling pest control, if you're selling home security, if whatever it is you're selling, insurance. There are so many people who basically go out there every single day and they close deals. It's just you lack the skills right now. And we all have different problems. We're all struggling with different stuff. But once you start to look at life, look at this career a different way, you're going to start to open up a vision. You're going to start to open up, a mindset of problem solving versus I just can't do this, or I'm just beating myself up and this sucks. And I'll tell you, I am not helping out these days non-active knockers. You have to be an active knocker to win at this game and to move ahead. And that's why we created ActiveKnocker.com, the mobile app for door-to-door sales reps. And it's designed to keep you in check yourself. When you're walking up to doors and somebody's not home, you pin it as not home so that you can do a filter and say, hey, I got to go back at like 7 o'clock to see all the people who weren't home and find those people who are home. Now write notes and so much more. Create proposals. Start getting active. Start creating your pipeline. Start finding people who are positive and get out of that rut that you're in. And I assure you, if you do these things that I talked about, you're going to get back on track. You're going to set your mind up for success. And that, my friends, is the key to waking up a happy life. I promise you, do that from today. You got to get crystal clear on your goals, like I mentioned in the last video. Set those realistic goals. This is one of the problems that you guys and gals do face on a day-to-day basis. We need to change things up. If you put it on the back burner and do nothing about it, I assure you, nothing will happen, nothing will change, and the eventual outcome is you're gonna quit. Don't fall victim to that. You can win. I'm on your side. And if you haven't already grabbed my free video series, in the description, there's a link. Make sure you click on that link. I give you a free video series walking you through how to do your opener. Yes, your pre-opener. Watch the video to understand what I mean by a pre-opener. But then the next video, and I drip it every single day, we send you one. But the second day, we get into transitioning into how to build features and benefits with what it is you sell. And then closing more deals at those doors by learning how to be a closer. Because there are certain ways to close deals versus walk away from them and use it as a referral or use it as a callback. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, smash that, you know what, bell icon, so that when I create more of these awesome videos, you're gonna see 2020 is our year to shine. Thank you so much, Active Knockers, Door-to-Door Mastery fans. Love you all. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.